Hello everybody and welcome to JGod Gaming. Today's video I'm going to be talking about what I believe is the best gun in the game, and that is the Lewis. So right here I'm running the Lewis and you can see it only loads 2 attachments. I was actually changing classes in the meantime because I always like to experiment with different class setups, and I only ran with extended mags and rapid fire. So I'm not using a grip, I'm not using a reflex sight, I'm not using FMJ, just running armored and blitzkrieg. Again, I'm still running support right here. You can see in the video, I have just basically a recon and a counter recon. Basically supporting the team, making sure everyone knows where everyone's at. We already got A and B. This match is pretty contested for the most part. Again, I'm not really playing the objective. I'm playing the way I really want to play, just to kind of show off this weapon. I was just trying to really go on those streaks, continue that map support, and absolutely go off. So what you're going to see in this video is me playing very tactically, playing very smart, playing a little campy, and that's perfectly fine. Playing to the weapon's strengths. Like I said, you want to play to the weapon strengths in general. So if I'm using a PPSH, I'd probably be pushing those spawns, be really controlling where they're at. If I'm using an AR or any kind of rifle in the game, I'm going to be sitting a little bit in the windows, moving a little bit more, pushing those spawns. So you got to play to the strengths. So if you're the type where you'd like to play a little bit smarter, learn how to play with different maps, with different weapons and different modes, go ahead and make sure you subscribe to the channel. I give tons of tips and tricks, and I break down subscriber gameplay. So if that's something you think you're interested, go ahead and make sure you subscribe with those notifications on. If at any point you do enjoy the video, remember to hit that like button because it does support the video. I ideally want to get to 50 likes. If you can help me out with that, it'd be amazing. So right here, I pretty much have a good idea of where everyone's at all times because I continually have this recon, counter recon. So I just got the recon. I go ahead and call it in. If you didn't know, there's a little trick that you can do is if you press triangle or Y, the second your gun comes all the way down and the thing comes up, you can press that and it'll automatically bring your weapon back up and it'll call it in. A little shortcut to save you a little half second there. You can see this guy is getting really aggressive. See a teammate downstairs. The guy throws the nade. He kills my teammate, but then I'm just kind of pre-firing a little bit, knowing kind of where he's at and kind of just really pushing the area. I have a feeling that the guy's downstairs, my teammate's right there, and everything goes smoothly, cleaned out. So again, I continue to hold down this left side of the map. I ideally want to get to the middle part of the map, but right here I'm just holding down this left side because you can see how deadly accurate and destructive this weapon is. It will give you a 3-shot kill at pretty much all ranges. It's up to 100 meters, but most maps don't even have a 100-meter sight line. So you can see right there, absolutely melt. Can't do much about it. I'm even using an ugly variant. I'm using the English Oak because that was the daily weapon order. And even though I'd already unlocked it, I'd already equipped it on my class. And I took off the reflex sight just because I wanted to show you what the iron sights look like in my previous video for the daily order. So this is kind of what the weapon class I was running. And in between matches, I kept forgetting to change the class setup. So right here, I already know the guys on the left. They're pre-aiming. They're playing smart too. But we're really just locking down the area. They're not even able to get across mid-map. Even when they're going that way, they're absolutely getting melted. Already on a 10 streak. Half the match is almost over. It's been closely contested because we did have a spawn flip in there along the way, and they did capture B, but we regained all that. You can see again, I go ahead and continue to call these recons. There's another recon in the air, and I got one already on deck. So that's one thing you can do is as far as map awareness. If you really want to go for a V2 rocket, it's a little bit easier if you go for this class setup. Or you can run the paratrooper class setup with blitzkrieg as well if you're going to run firebombing run and stuff like that. So you can manipulate spawns a little bit more, get a little bit more map awareness. But 4 streaks do cycle pretty quickly. You see him catching to do that spawn. I saw another one. It got really close, and I just moved out of the way. It's a highly contested fight. Again, this is, in my opinion, one of the best and most versatile weapons in the game. Has a fast enough fire rate so you can hit fire people. Not always consistent because it is an LMG, but at the end of the day, it is a very consistent weapon. Skipped ahead of the second half because it already hit there, and I just skipped that middle section where it has play of the game or whatever. If you are enjoying the video so far, go remember to hit that like button, subscribe again for future content with tons of tips and tricks and gameplay breakdowns, and then make sure you got those notifications on. So right here, I'm just trying to lock down this area, end up against a shield user. And a lot of times with the shield users, they're more annoying than anything. They're typically not good players because they don't even have attachments on their weapons. But also on top of that, they typically get extra hit markers because I think the hitbox is broken right now. And what I mean by that is I can shoot them center mass in the chest or in the head, and they still get hit markers. At this range, you can see it absolutely melts. I know the guy's in the area just because my bouncing Betty went off. So that's why you got to run that bouncy Betty. I could have run expeditionary in this class as well, but typically I usually run armor just for that extra protection. If we had 2 basic trainings, it'd be a whole different story. We're running specialists, but then I couldn't support my team with this basic training or just that cycling of recon. You can see right here, I'm absolutely coming around the corner, melting that guy, even though he was just kind of camping it out. I knew he was kind of somewhere in the area because of the minimap, especially when they have that cavalry division. They're not going to be able to hide off the minimap unless they're running flanker, but most of them are going to be moving fast enough that they get the advantage of that, or good enough where they're getting the specialist streak so they get that flanker as well. So right here, I'm just kind of holding this area down. No one should be coming left side, trying to trap them out of spawn, and I'm hoping my teammate will push. It's still close. We're up by 7. It's getting a little bit closer. Our teammates aren't really pushing, but I am kind of choking off anyone that comes around the area. So if I'm in that left window, I'm peeking that right side, making sure people aren't coming out of spawn, and no one's really jumping on the objective. So I come back around over here. I'm trying to make sure this area is clean. I do need a reload. So I go ahead and take that guy out. And again, another recon and a counter recon. So I keep going on the streak. And like I said, I'm not going to die in this video. You will not see me die. I play pretty tactically, pretty smart. We're still going to get the W. It's going to be close, but we still get the W. That's really at the end of the day what matters. I went on a good streak, had tons of fun, made a little bit more gunfights a little bit more stressful than they needed to be, because when you go on a streak it does get a little bit more hectic. But right here you can see I'm kind of watching where people are at. I know they're over there coming by the seaside. Some guy with resistance, it does get a little bit annoying. You're not 100% sure where they're at. And then right here I just kind of wiggle my aim a little too much, get that V2 rocket. We're winning. We're going to take the lead right now because we basically took over 2 flags, and now it's going to start changing the tide again. I'm going to reset the spawns because the second you kill everybody, they all get that main spawn again, the home spawn. So I know they're going to be coming out of here ready to get shot, so that's why I'm peeking the sight line. My teammates have good control of the map. After you drop a V2, there's no reason you shouldn't have solid control of the map. Right here, I got hit markers on the shield guy. Even though he's running sideways, he's not even running directly at me with the shield up. Got tons of hit markers. Playing a little bit more aggressive because I don't really care about my streak anymore, but I still don't die. Go ahead and rotate back up into the window. We got good protection of B. Got my teammate behind me over there. All the way you can see him behind me in their spawn, pushing that right side. And I definitely prefer those lethal streaks because you can get way more kills and actually control the map way more. But right here, I was deciding to run more of a support role. Again, I did that in my how to support your teammate video. You could either run it with Blitzkrieg or just Ordnance is good, or just your regular streaks, depending on the mode you're in. It doesn't take very many kills. 4 or 5 kills, you're going to get those streaks. Cycle through them, help support your team. Right here, I'm just kind of watching. I'm not sure where this resistance guy is. I see a teammate looking this way. He's going downstairs. He goes and takes that guy out. At least he's getting close to. And I'm just kind of pre-aiming, waiting, and we still got the lead. We're up by about 15 points. Pretty close, and we're going to recapture the lead again. One of our teammates is down there on the C flag, has no business down there. He ends up getting destroyed because they get a good idea exactly where he is. So right here, I'm just supporting my team, blocking these people out in the window. We're regaining B without contention. They're not even close to B. Just holding down the lanes. People playing a little bit passive now on the enemy team. But then for whatever reason, they jumped off B while we were capping it. It does look like someone's trying to capture it, but I'm trying to do my best just to keep people off of B. We still have a good 8-point margin, so a relatively good lead. With it being really close, we're going to flip it, and then we're going to maintain this lead, and we'll pretty much continue it all the way through. Unstoppable medal. Haven't died. Haven't really been even shot at. Just because when you rotate the map the right way, you know where people are coming from. I got constant recon. I'm not really killing anybody right now. For whatever reason, they're not running the way I'm looking. I do see a guy right here. Take him out. And they're really kind of just trapped in their spawn, and allows us to continue to stretch that lead. It's been contested really close by because I'm not literally sitting on the spawn flags or right on the B flag and just looking and waiting for people as they come out. I'm actually rotating around in this building since it gives you a good vantage point into their spawn, looking at the C flag, and allows you to cut them off before they ever make it to B. So a lot of times in my gameplay, you're going to see I'm not an objective hungry. I don't believe in capturing flags for the most part unless it's absolutely necessary. I believe more in that map control because the more you maintain the map, the better map control you have. It's much easier to manage where people are coming from. Looks like we pushed a little too deep into C. We did get a spawn flip. Now they're on the A side and we're on the C side. So now I got to kind of look at this way, take a different window, kind of peek where people are coming from. But at the end of the day, we're far enough ahead. It's not going to be a big issue. We're 6 points away from scoring 2 more actual point ticks, and we'll get there. So that was a 38-0 flawless V2 victory with the Lewis with only 2 attachments. If you did enjoy the video, remember to hit the like button, subscribe, turn notifications on. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.